When you know what you want and you want it bad enough, you'll find a way to get it. That is a quote by Rohn. This is Trina Talk, and this is episode number 5.
Welcome to Trina Talk. Trina Talk is a weekly podcast that will inspire and empower women of all ages to strive for the impossible. Your host, Trina L. Martin from TrinaMartin.com, is a motivational speaker, leader, and cyber tech expert. Every week, Trina will share wisdom gained from her life experiences and lessons learned while pursuing her goals to inspire you to achieve the next level in your life. Now, your host, Trina L. Martin.
Welcome to Trina Talk. I am Trina L. Martin. Now, Trina Talk is inspirational talk based on wisdom gained through life experiences of a woman, me, for women who want motivation to go to the next level in their lives, whether personal or professional. Now, today's topic is make it happen. Now, if you like what you've been hearing with my podcast, please go to iTunes to rate, review, and share. It will really help me out greatly. Okay, before we get started, I just want to say Happy Veterans Day to all my fellow veterans, whether you served with me or you served before me. Thank you for all that you do. There are many sacrifices that we make as service members that a lot of people don't see. And I just want everyone out there listening to keep this in mind. Freedom is not free. Okay, so let's get started with the show. Since today is Veterans Day, I got the topic because I started to think about when I initially got into the military. I started out in the Army, but one of the things that they would say to us when we had to do something was, make it happen. Now today, 28 years later, I'm a naval officer, and that's kind of what officers do. They make it happen. Whether there's a direct plan, whether they see what's going on, whether things are going wrong, you just have to make things happen. You have to start getting, creative, use your critical thinking, look deep within yourself, and decide what you need to do to get that task done. So today, I'm talking about a similar thing, but for your professional or personal life. So episode 2 was about fear. Episode 4 was about confidence. Today's episode is make it happen. And make it happen, I mean, let's start putting things into action. And make it happen, the it is capitalized in make it happen. Everyone has an it, and you know what your it is, whether it's going back to school, pursuing that dream, having financial freedom, a new business, traveling, whatever your it is, now's the time to start working on that it. Now, if you're like me and so many others of us out there, you're sitting and you're saying, okay, Trina, that's great, but I don't know how to get started. I really don't know what my vision is. Well, what I want to first tell you is stop and look within yourself. You have a dream or a passion that only you know about and that would be great in, or that you would really love and put your all into it. But like so many of us women, we have put things off for the reality of working, keeping a roof over our family's head, taking care of those children, making sure you have the means to send them to college or the means for them to play that sport in school that is their passion. So we've kind of put our passions on the back burner. So today I want to talk about not doing that. Let's put our dreams and our visions into action so that we can have an abundant life ourselves. Now, first thing you need to do is stop waiting for someone else to give you permission. You don't need permission from anyone to pursue your dreams. And stop worrying about what someone else will think. Because frankly, what other people think about you is not your business. So stop waiting for permission from other people. Now is the right time to get started. What is inside your heart? Look deeply within yourself. Stop and think about it. You may want to write a book. You may have been like me. For years, I wanted to public speak, and doing this podcast is an extension of that. But I've always put it off because I said, well, who wants to listen to me? Well, I need a career. I need to work. I need to make life stable. Then I had children, and I said, well, I need to provide for them. They're going to be going to college soon. But you know what I had to do? I had to look within myself, and I said, I do all these other things, and there are means of making a living, but I just don't want to live anymore. I don't want to exist. I don't want to just exist. I want to live. So when I started and I stopped to look within myself, I realized that speaking was my passion, that I could have an impact, that I did have a story to tell. So I decided to pursue that. So for you, how do you pursue that? Well, once you look within inside yourself and you decide exactly what your it is, we need to go about and find a way to accomplish that it. So maybe you need a mentor or a coach to help you with the process of getting to where you want to be. Maybe you need to go back to school. Maybe you need to, enroll in school. Maybe there's a degree that you haven't pursued. Maybe you didn't get your master's degree. Maybe you want to get your doctor's degree. Or maybe you figure for what you want to do, you just need some extra education and skill sets for you to go to the next level. I want you to do that. But once you start doing that, I don't want you to get distracted. Yes, there will be falls, there will be bumps, there'll be a struggle. And believe me, I know about the struggle, but don't get distracted. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't let anyone else discourage you or talk yourself out of it. Just keep going. Fall, but get back up. Fail, but keep on going. Because that's all a part of life. Don't get distracted. And don't make excuses. Don't make excuses about, well, the time is not right. I don't have enough money. None of us have enough money, if you want to just be honest. But if you let that stop you, you will never pursue your dreams or your passion. So don't make the excuses. And this is critical. Don't look at your past. Look forward. There's a little saying that has been going around saying that if you keep looking in the rearview mirror, you can't see where you're going. And that's so true. And that's true about our lives today. If you keep looking at your past, you'll let your present and your future just pass you by. So stop looking at your past. But what I want you to do is I want you to just sit down, look within yourself, know that dream, that passion that you always had, and just get clear about it. Feel it within yourself. You know what it is because that's the thing that you would do regardless of getting paid, whether anyone came to see it or hear it. That's it. That's your it. So make sure you really are true with yourself and you know what your it is. Now, with all that being said, I'm going to wrap things up and I'm going to go into Trina's takeaway. What I want you to do first is get detail on what your vision is, your dream. Write it down. And I want you to write down dates that go along with little accomplishments that you want to achieve. And I did say little because if you try to do a big thing starting out, you're not going to continue because you're going to say, well, I want to do this great thing. And then when it doesn't happen, you're going to get discouraged. So what you need to do is break things down. So for me, with the speaking and the podcasting, it was, let me find a mentor. Let me find a coach. Let me run this past them to see what they think. Okay, I got that done. Now, the next step is, let me educate myself. Let me find the things that I need to do so that I can be successful. So you want small things that you can do to be successful, small steps that you can take. So once you write down your vision with your dates for accomplishment, I want you to read it daily so that you can stay on track, so it stays fresh in your mind, so that you know that this is viable. Read it daily. Okay? Then you made your plan. You make your plan on how to achieve it. Just like I just said, step by step. And then what I want you to do is I want you to just finally put things into motion. Start doing it. And reward yourself for each step that you accomplish. Because once you accomplish the steps along the way, before you know it, you're going to look up and the big piece is going to be completed and you're going to be successful at it. Those are Trina's takeaways. I'm going to leave you with another quote from Jim Rohn, and it's, you have to risk going too far to discover just how far you really can go. Thank you for listening. Take care, and God bless. If you're looking for a speaker for your live event or conference, go to my website and read my bio and contact me at bit.ly/booktrina. I hope you have a great week. Until then, remember, if you change your mindset, you'll change your life. Keep striving. Success is a journey, not a destination. You can listen to Trina Talk anytime and anywhere. It's available on iTunes, Google Play Music, Stitcher, Spotify, and all other places that you can listen to podcasts. If you like the podcast, please don't forget to go to iTunes to subscribe, rate, review, and share. If you have questions for me or need inspiration on how to go to the next level, tweet me directly at Trina L. Martin.